What's up, YouTubers? This is Johnza here, and welcome back to another episode of Zocasters. I almost fucked up the intro. Anyways, welcome back to another episode. What did we talk about last time? I don't remember. I never remember the last things we talked about last time, but I do know possibility of stuff that we can talk about. I did add more to my wheel now, so we do have a few more stuff I can talk about now, so that's good. Yeah. There's something I was gonna say. What was it? Don't you hate when you're about to say something and then you literally forget what it was? Well, I guess the one thing I can do at least is tell you guys the a small little story before we get started with the, oh right, now I remember. I remember what it was that I was gonna say. The thing is, for this episode, I was thinking maybe talking about the Pokemon Presents that happened not that long ago. Well, for you guys, it might have been over a month at this point. But it was basically it was on August 8th of 2023. And, well, there's not really much to talk about. There were just kind of updates to games that we know that are pretty much already out or going to be coming out. Like, honestly, the only games that I know are coming out Pokemon-wise is Detective Pikachu Returns, which that's the official name for it. And we also have the DLC for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And then just updates to games that are already out, pretty much. So, you know, there wasn't really too much to really talk about. There was also, I guess, two small animation series that are going to be posted at some point. So, that's something. But that I don't know, there's really not much to talk about in that topic, so I was going to talk about it in today's episode, but meh. So for now, I don't know what we're going to be talking about, but you guys do. You guys know exactly what we're going to be talking about. You guys seem to know everything before me. What the heck? Well, technically, I know everything before you, because this is pre-recorded way long ago. This is the 9th of August. When are you guys watching this? Could you be watching this sometime in December? Even though this video's been out since, like, probably midway through September, maybe? I don't know when these videos come out exactly, so I just said one of the latest times. Well, actually, this wouldn't be uploaded around that time, though. Like, around December, like, God, no. Maybe, like, the latest I would think would be, like, the start of October, at least, but yeah, I don't know. I just know it's not sometime in August, since I've already pre-uploaded everything that I wanted to before August, or for most of August. I only have the last week of August to upload for, and technically, I guess you guys already know this already, but September I've taken a week, or like the Labor Day weekend, I guess you could say, like, from the pretty much we'll say, like, from the 3rd to the, or actually, no, maybe not the 3rd, it's the 4th to the 10th of September, I, took a week off of YouTube, just because I went out to see my dad up north, which, if you ask me how it was, I don't know yet. This is before that, so, yeah. Anyways, a little story to talk about before we fully get into the main topic, which I still don't know what's going to be. But basically, this happened yesterday, so I didn't notice this until I came back with the dogs, because I just kind of took my dogs out for a walk, as I would normally do. I normally take them out whenever I am home, or like when I get home from work. Well, not exactly when I get home, but like in the span before, like, my mom would get back from our workplace anyway, so, like, normally within that timeline. And I don't know if the rat was there. I already kind of spoiled what it was. But basically, there was, like, a poisoned rat. Like, it wasn't, like, poisonous. Like, obviously, it wouldn't, like, spread to you. Well, maybe it would. I don't know how infectious rats are, but basically, it was pretty much poisoned, and it was just kind of, like, sitting on one of our steps, like, in front of our house, and I only just noticed it on the way back. I don't think it was exactly out there when we left, but I did see my dogs kind of sniff around that area, like, right where the rat was. So, like, I don't know if the rat crawled out a little afterwards, But basically, it wasn't until I got back, I was about to like walk up the steps and just kind of let my dogs play around the front a little bit, and then I just kind of noticed him there. I was like, oh, hello. The thing is, I didn't know if he was dead or just sleeping, which obviously he wasn't really moving too much, but I did see he was breathing, so I don't know. I don't know why in my mind thought I just thought maybe he was like sleeping. I don't know why I thought that. But yeah, I just kind of got the dogs to go past the rat, obviously, and it wasn't until my stepdad noticed till we took care of the rat afterwards, which pretty much just tied it up in the bag and threw him in the garbage, pretty much. But yeah, it was just a random poisoned rat. Like, he wasn't even like fully dead yet. He was definitely poisoned for sure because he couldn't really move that much, but he was alive. Especially when I double checked as well, because I saw that he was still breathing, so that's how I knew he was like technically still alive. But obviously he was slowly dying at that very moment, which is kind of weird because we never poisoned anything in our like garage at all. Mostly because of the dogs, because well, obviously we don't want our dogs getting into. Because the thing is, sometimes, especially Buddy, my one dog Buddy, he keeps like he somehow keeps sneaking out of the house, which actually that's another little funny story I'll talk about afterwards. Which maybe I did mention it before, but sometimes like sneaks through like the gate when we're not noticing. Like if it's like slightly open, he like somehow gets it open and just gets outside. And we're like, buddy, get the hell back inside. And I think Bella's done that too, my other dog. So obviously we don't want them getting into the garage if it was poison anyways. So there's that. Plus we have bunnies around our area too, like rabbit bunnies. So we don't want to poison them either. Raccoons are another story, but we still don't want to poison them. They're cute. Raccoons are cute, even though they can be ferocious. But yeah, it was weird how they were just poisoned. It might have been our one neighbor, like 2 doors down, maybe. I'm not sure. But our next door neighbor, neighbor, they also found that it was kind of like right between our houses, like between our driveway to like the grass. So yeah, there was like another one in that spot. I didn't actually see that one, but apparently they noticed it, so they took care of it. But yeah. And I guess another little funny story after the little rat incident. Well, not exactly right after, but another little story. I swear this episode is just going to be story based, isn't it? I mean, it could be at this point. I don't know. I mean, we're already 7 minutes in, and funny enough, I have another story to talk about. Like just something that happened like quite a while ago too. But we'll see how long this takes for me to tell these 2 stories. But another little story that happened probably like maybe like a month ago, maybe. But basically, I think it was sometime after I took the dogs out for a walk, right? And I was just good, like I was getting ready to record and everything. I did leave the front door open, like just my main door. I didn't leave the screen door open, obviously. I mean, obviously the screen door just closes on its own. And we normally leave the back open for the dogs too, normally. And as I was like recording or whatever, I don't know if it was while I was recording. Maybe it was. But it was while I was recording, I get a call, like, I even hear something, like, odd in the house, because I swear I heard the door open at one point, and I was like, is someone home? Like, this early? Which I think I looked out, like, a little bit after that happened, and saw that no one was home, which was weird. So I just kind of went back to record for a little bit, and then, next thing I knew, I get a call from my stepdad, and he mentioned that apparently Buddy got out or something. Like, he was asking where I was or something, and I was like, I was at home. He's like, and Buddy got out. I'm like, what? So apparently, the same neighbor that we were talking about earlier, like the next door one, apparently they just saw my dog Buddy on the other side of the street just laying in some grass. Thank God he's at least well trained, at least, so he wouldn't exactly run away. But, like, still, I think, like, the thing is, my dog Buddy is kind of old and smart now, so he kind of knows how to like open the front screen door at this point. So, like seriously, he's basically just like sneaked out of the house for like a little bit, which was weird. I didn't even know this happened until like my stepdad called me. You know, I was like, the fuck. I even told Buddy off about that too. Well, I went up to him and was like, did you sneak out of the house? Like, yeah. And the one reason how I didn't even notice, like, obviously the front door would have made some noise too. Like, it was just the fact that I was recording too. I had my door closed and everything, so I was more focused on, like, me recording a video for my YouTube channel on my main channel. And, yeah, he just somehow snuck out without my knowledge. Which I'm pretty sure it might have been the front door. We did have the back door open too. And the gate wasn't technically blocked, it was closed, but like, I don't know, it just, we normally have like a pole between like the gate door, I guess, just in case like it's like a fence gate, by the way, like it's not like a wooden fence, it's a gate fence, but yeah, and like I said before, the dogs like to sneak out of the back sometimes and go into the garage, so, but yeah, I don't know if it even was from like the front or the back, but yeah. My dog Buddy just decided to just go outside for a little bit on his own. It's like, you know what, I'm sick of the back, I'm just gonna go out front for a little bit. But yeah, it was weird because I didn't even notice this at all. Well, to be fair, I was trying to record, but yeah. I even told my mom about it when she got home too, and yeah. I mean, obviously we didn't punish him too badly. It was like, obviously nothing really bad happened to him. Like, he only just went out front for like a little bit until our neighbor noticed and brought him back inside. So, yeah. Yeah, so that was like the moment when I heard something, like if I heard the door open. That was the moment I actually heard it, the door open, was when our neighbor brought Buddy back inside. Yeah. Well, luckily Buddy's pretty well trained, so, you know. Like, we can pretty much trust them outside a little bit as long as we're, like, out with them. Like, out in our front yard, like, both Buddy and Bella are well trained, and so, yeah, as long as we're out front with them, should be fine. I mean, they're also pretty good to the point where, like, they don't really need to be leashed to go for a walk, honestly. Like, at least for my mom and stepdad, they normally walk them around the block without the leashes because like, they listen to them better. Me, I still technically need to have them on a leash, but they do still listen to me pretty well. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I used to do it without the leashes at one point, but I don't know, it's just the incident where I didn't even have, like, their collars on, or at least, I think one of them at least. And I guess this one dude was walking by with their dogs, and I couldn't stop Buddy and Bella to going over and seeing them, and it was a little bit of a fight, especially since my one dog Bella likes to get into fights for some reason. Like, honestly, we keep going past some houses, she's like trying to go towards the other dog that she sees, and it's like, yo, you wanna go, bro? You wanna go? You wanna go, bitch? Huh? But yeah. But yeah, it was a little incident there, and yeah, at that point I just kind of sticked with leashes. Like, I will not pretty much walk them without the leashes, because obviously they don't listen to me as well, but they do listen to them pretty well, so, you know. They don't really listen to me as much, but they listen once in a while, so, you know. But, yeah. I think there was another time as well with Buddy, and this one I heard too. Like, so he snuck out of the house again. So this was sometime after the first time he snuck out. But this time I caught him. I think it was it right when I got home? I can't remember exactly. I know I just got back inside. I think it might have been when I got home or something. I think. I don't know. But, like, I remember I was putting my stuff, like, away or something. I was putting my phone down, like, getting stuff out of my pockets. And then I just hear the screen door open. I'm like, that motherfucker. Next thing I knew, I already see him like out front again. It's like, what the hell? Are you trying to sneak out again? Yeah, so honestly, at this point, we just gotta make sure the front door is closed whenever, like pretty much whenever we can. Or else, we might find Buddy outside. Yeah. I mean, luckily we could kind of stop them from going out through the gate. obviously, but still. Because normally sometimes we leave the back door open for them too, so they can come in and out of the house as they please. I mean, obviously, like, within summer, like, if it's winter though, like, obviously we don't do that because it's way too cold. And heat doesn't really, I mean, technically we already have the heat inside, and we don't technically have air conditioning, which sucks, but, you know. I at least got a fan this year too, so, like, I have, like, a small little fan, so I can at least keep cool once in a while whenever it gets warm. Which, funny enough, whenever, like, during the day, like, normally during the day, like, it's hot outside normally. Like, I live in Canada as well, so normally it's, like, very warm, like, during the summers. Like, most days during the summer is, like, super warm, like, super hot. Like, around 30 degrees Celsius. And, yeah. But then, normally, in my own room, I don't start sweating inside my own room until it's, like, night. I'm just sitting here like, bruh, it's night. It's more cooler outside. Why am I warm in my own room now? Like, wouldn't I be like this like during the actual day? It's like, I don't know. That was weird. That was weird. Alright, and on to my next and last story, which I guess this is just kind of John's small stories episode. I didn't think we'd be just talking about small little things, but yeah, I guess I just have lots to share. Which I don't know if I've shared this story before, but like just because the rat incident, I was kind of talking about it with my mom earlier today, because I didn't really talk to her about it yet. I mean, she knew about it, like my stepdad told her and everything, but like obviously at work I asked if he thought, like, said anything about it, and yeah, we were talking about it earlier. And then I also mentioned to her recently, which something that happened like a while ago, which might have been even last year or something. But basically, I was walking over to the Penn Center, and basically I was walking, and I just kind of see this mouse, and it starts running around in circles. Like, I don't know why it was just like that. It was just running in circles for, like, no reason. For some reason. Like, it was literally just in the middle of the sidewalk. It was a mouse, too. Like, it was way too small to be a rat. But yeah, like, I don't know. The little fucker was just kind of going in circles for some reason. I took a few pictures of him and did a little recording on him, too, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he was doing, like, trying to, like, I don't know what he was doing, but, like, after when I was done looking at him, I was gonna walk past, he walks over towards my leg, and he literally jumps me. He literally jumped on my leg. I kicked him off almost immediately, because obviously I was not expecting him to jump on me. And I pretty much kicked him over to the bushes, so, yeah. That was a little weird experience, which I like to think he was, like, being like, "You shall not pass. I will not let you pass. I will circle here for days not to let you pass." Like, yeah, it was just kind of completely random how that mouse was doing that. Which, funny enough, I don't really, well, I mean, I guess I don't see rats that often either. Well, I mean, I kind of do, but, like, not, like, every day, obviously. But mice, on the other hand, I never actually see, like, mice, like, out and about, like, even just, like, outside in general, like, I normally don't see them just going around in circles. Yeah, I was mentioning it to my mom earlier, and I showed her like, the video I took, which, yeah. I don't know if I've actually posted that on YouTube, but maybe I might, for shorts. I think it'd be a fun little video to post, or whatever. I might do that sometime soon, because I still have it on my phone, which, obviously, that's how I was able to show my mom in the first place, but yeah, I don't know. The little fucker was just going in circles for no apparent reason whatsoever. And then he jumped me, so yeah. I want to say this was about a year ago, because I looked back on the video and it looks like it's more like this time of year almost. Like, obviously no snow, and it's like, looks like it's warm out. But for some, like, I don't remember it happened anytime this year, so it must have happened like sometime last year or something because I don't remember. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe? I don't know. Let me actually see. I want to actually look through my photos here for a second and see if anything else maybe like jogs my memory of happening this year or something. Because I have no idea. I'm basically just stalling out as well, so I could just get a free episode here. I mean, hey, a free like topic episode, pretty much, just talking about small little things. I never really have done that before though. Like, just kind of talked about small little things here and there. It's normally just been on one topic. Obviously, like for the past few episodes as well, I've mostly sometimes talked about like myself. Yeah, because before the mice pictures I have here, I technically have some winter pics. So yeah, that kind of happened last year then, or at least around last year. Looks like, yeah. Yeah, because I see another picture that was back about a year ago. Yeah, I remember seeing that a year ago. That was definitely also a year ago. And also I don't see the mice yet. Obviously I'm not showing off my photos, but... Oh geez, this was a while ago. Did I pass it by mistake? Because I swear I would have seen it by now. I passed it. Where is it? I'm trying to find where the mice are. In my phone, I mean. Maybe it was after the winter thing. Oh, there it is. But yeah, it was still after it was before my winter pick. So yeah, it was sometime before then, probably back in... Let's see, that was winter of so yeah, just sometime back in 2022, I guess. Yeah, last year. That the mouse jumped me. And yeah, and the reason why I said I see rats more often is because technically, obviously, like we kind of do have a bit of a rat infestation in our garage a little bit, but like, yeah, like I was saying, why we also don't put all the poison there is because the coons and the bunnies and the dogs. But basically, if all those weren't around, then yeah, we most likely poison the garage for the rats. But yeah, it was weird how they were just poisoned like that too. Completely random. Completely random. But yeah, we've had the rats in there for a while. I think there was one that also broke into the house one time. Like they dug, like I don't know, a little tunnel into the basement, I guess. Or something like my mom was talking about this earlier. Apparently, it made a little nest in like the corner, in her corner closet or something. So yeah, and then she cleaned it out and everything. And I'm pretty sure it's dead now and gone, but like, yeah, that was another little thing that happened with that rat. But yeah, I think that's it. At least all the short stories I kind of have thought about recently. I don't think there's anything else recent that I've or at least anything interesting I haven't encountered lately. No, not really. I mean, today at work I was doing sweeping, which is different from what I'm normally doing. Well, what I mean by sweeping is like we have like a new like part of a warehouse that we're trying to open up and everything, but it's keeps getting delayed and everything. But I was helping my one coworker sweep a good portion of the warehouse floor, so yeah, which I think we got. I think we got like a row and a half almost, like a row and half a row, pretty much. Which I think that's something that he's gonna be mostly working on. But like, obviously, if I really got nothing else to do, I'm pretty much just helping him out. Which we might have another quicker way of being able to clean the floors at one point. I think it was like some type of soap thing. I guess I don't know. It's just something. Yeah. Other than that, nothing really else to talk about. I mean, I'm going to be, well, I've, technically for you guys, I've already been up there, but I'm going to be going to my dad's. Pretty much between the 30th and the 6th, technically. Like, that's when I'm gonna be up there, but obviously the week you guys know when I was, like, didn't have any videos out, technically. So, yeah. Oh yeah, that means I gotta make sure I upload for... Because I haven't uploaded anything for the last week of August yet, and I gotta do it for the second week of September, too. But yeah, the thing is, as well, I haven't seen my dad in over, like... technically over 2 years now at this point. Because I do remember it was, like... yeah, because I'm pretty sure the pandemic was still kind of going around at that time. Like, obviously we also had masks on, so I think every time we went to a store, I normally had to have a mask on. I don't know if I'm gonna need my mask up there, just because, well, both of them kind of deal with, like, health problems, so I don't know if they're still being cautious with the masks or anything, so I don't know if I need to start bringing my mask as well, because I haven't used my mask since, like, we were not, like, we were good to wear with, or we were good to not have them on when we went into places, so... Like, I will say the one good thing about the masks that I was okay with is it kept my face warm during the winter. That's probably about the only good thing that those masks really came by with, was during those winters. But yeah, I think the 2 times that I went up there too, during, like, 2 years ago as well, was when I was getting my vaccine shots too, so yeah. Yeah, because I remember I was up there for at least, like, at least over a month. I was up there for over a month at one point 2 summers ago, and then another point for, like, 2 weeks, just because I also had plans with some friends back here sometime afterwards, or after those 2 weeks, so I wanted to get back at that point, so, yeah. But yeah, I haven't technically seen my dad within, like, 2 years now, so it'd be nice to actually go see him again. It's hard for me to see him because he, like I said, I mentioned before, he lives all the way up in Sunridge, which is way up north for where I live, so, yeah. Even me, like, saying what Sunridge is, probably most of you out there don't even know what Sunridge is. Yeah, but... like, a small little town up north, so I definitely know it's like a few hour drive away, so a few hours, like, I want to say, like, maybe the most it would take you is maybe around, probably like 4 to 5 hours maybe, I'm not 100% sure, I never really keep an eye at the time when we travel up there, so, yeah, which... obviously, for me, it's hard for me to even go up there in the first place because I don't drive, so, yeah. But, yeah, I guess that's everything I wanted to talk about for this episode because, well, we're already going into a half an hour anyways, and I've been just sitting here talking about small little stuff with you guys, so I guess I did know what I was talking about this episode. But, yeah. Anyways, I guess that's going to cut it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for listening to this podcast. If you guys liked it, press the like button or subscribe or whatever. And I'll see you dudes in the next podcast. See you dudes next time.